Tanya Yancey with this week's edition of the Colonial News Network, with the news you need to know about what's happening in and around Colonial. As we are giving this morning, please don't forget the Annie Armstrong Easter Offering, which supports missionaries in their work of spreading the gospel. Ladies, it's time for Women in Ministry's annual Mother-Daughter Breakfast, which will be held on Saturday, May the 11th at 9 a.m. This year's theme is Love from a Pure Heart. The guest speaker will be Jokita Johnson, founder of Harriet's Girls Incorporated and A Dream Come True Missions. As always, this breakfast is not just for every actual mother and their daughter, but we invite every mother and every daughter to join us. Visit the Women in Ministries table in the fellowship hall following service to purchase your tickets. We are in the process of updating our church database. Please pick up a proposed membership purge list from the fellowship hall. If you know of members who should not be on this list, please contact the church office. The nominations committee is currently accepting nominations for men's ministry leader, women in ministry leader, and Sunday school director. If you or someone you know is interested in being interviewed for these positions, see Steve or Darlene Henson. Colonial is preparing to celebrate Palm Sunday, Good Friday, and of course, Resurrection Sunday. On Palm Sunday, be sure to get to worship on time and grab a palm as you enter and remember our Lord's entrance into Jerusalem. Also, let your child come dressed down, because we'll have pony rides for all children 12 and under during morning service. We still need a few volunteers to work the lines for the rides. Then on Friday, April 19th at noon, we'll have our Good Friday service with the 7 last words of Christ being preached by 7 dynamic preachers. Following service, we will host a free fish fry fellowship. Come and invite a friend. And finally, on Resurrection Sunday, we will begin the day at 6 a.m. with our annual sunrise service, followed by breakfast. Then at 8 a.m., the Sunday school will present a movie entitled Indivisible. Then at 10:30, we will have our morning worship service, including the music and performing arts presentation. Now, if you'd like to be a part of the Resurrection Day choir, see Brother Glenn Shelton or Sister Alice Brown today. Before we go, it's time for our 2019 church-wide memory verse, which is Ephesians chapter 4, verses 1 through 3. Have you been working on it? Let's see. This week, a whole phrase will be fill in the blank. Make sure your neighbor says it with you today. Now, are you ready? Let's go. Therefore I, the prisoner in the Lord, urge you to live worthy of the calling you have received, with all humility and gentleness, with patience, bearing with one another in love, making every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. Well, that looks like that's it for this episode of CNN. As always, in closing, check your bulletin for complete announcements. Also, visit our website at colonialbaptistch.org to view this episode of CNN or view previous worship services and more. This week's Deacon of the Week is Deacon Noble Niamboka. For CNN, I'm Tanya Yancey, signing off.